Yeah, but it's never mind.
Are we
What
live?
you mean, never mind. Like you
Uh,
were saying.
Bro, go ahead, bro.
He was just chatting.
Let's just get into it.
Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
I'd take 5 pie. You know exactly how we do. We just kind of get into it. So make sure y'all follow us on all social media. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, right? We're on Facebook, check us out on there, TikTok, and we'll be posting daily content on there. So make sure y'all look for that. So we got 5 faces on the pod this morning. How y'all boys feeling?
Amazing.
feeling good.
Feeling 2-0.
Anyway, anywho, yeah, we'll definitely get into that. Y'all know exactly what type of vibe I'm on this morning. We got a lot of football to get into. So I had to take it. Yeah, I had to take it up a notch. You feel me? I had to take it up. That's all with that. Just a little housekeeping. So Take 5, we're gonna be coming out with Take Tuesday. So be on the lookout for that announcement. So some more information, more details about that. It's gonna be coming out soon. So make sure y'all look out for that. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. So episode 24, Jets dead. Okay, Jets dead. Let me see if I can make this make that a little bigger. All right.
Aaron Rodgers in there.
What now?
Why was LeBron in there?
What you mean?
The topics. Come on.
Yeah, like hey, don't act brand new. Like we went over this. Like anywho, A-Rod. General reactions of him, busting up his Achilles on the was it the third play of the drive? Like
something like that. It was just really sad. Like I think we all wanted to see the Jets be good this year after being terrible for a decade. That was just really sad.
They're cursed.
They are.
I mean, they might be cursed.
New York sports in general is cursed. So like, that's true.
That was a terrible weekend for New York football. For New York football, like that was horrible.
Yeah, I mean they still got the W though.
Yeah, at least
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they have a solid team.
They won the game, but like I don't know.
They can still win games.
Yeah, at what cost?
Yeah, at what cost?
Win the battle, lose the war. Like
this is very true.
Like,
this is very true.
What did they go last year? Like 8 and 9, yeah.
Yeah,
7 and 9.
I think they went 8 and 9.
Like that, however many games there are right now.
Yeah, 8 and 9. I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think they'll get close to that, but not the results. Not as good as what we thought they would be.
Yeah.
No, I think they can possibly sneak in the playoffs. Honestly, like they still might be a little bit better than the Patriots. Like
their division is tough.
They still have a top 5 defense. Like that defense is pretty stout.
Yeah, but like the downgrade from Aaron Rodgers to Zach Wilson is kind of insane.
Yeah,
it definitely is significant.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think he thought he was going to play the other night, but I mean, you know, next man up. But obviously, the playbook seemed to shrink massively when Zach Wilson came into the game, and they were kind of just trying to manage the rest of that one.
So I'm understanding y'all are running with Zach Wilson then. Y'all are going with the backup QB. Y'all not looking.
And that's what they said. That's what they said. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, they can say what they want to say. Like, Salah's gonna run with his guys. Like, I know y'all seen Hard Knocks. I mean,
who are you gonna get?
I mean, yeah, that's just the only option right now.
Dude, if the Vikings go like 1-6 or like they like start off like terrible, like they should go and try and trade for Kirk Cousins. Like
you can't trade for Kirk Cousins at week 8. Like that's
if you have a good record, they could still have a good record going.
I'm just saying, like that's too late to bring in a quarterback. You don't bring in a quarterback at week 8 of the season like that.
Why not?
Because you have no continuity on.
What if they're that good? Like you just have so much talent, and you know you're a quarterback away, like from really contending for a Super Bowl.
I mean,
yeah,
that's cool and all. Like I guess like I would do it for like Matthew Stafford if I could get him. I think they called about him and they said no, but I don't know, bro. Like bringing in a quarterback that late. If you're gonna do it, I think they need to do it within the next 2 weeks.
This is when Cam needs to come out of retirement, honestly.
No, it's definitely very possible. That's what I want to get into. Like, I got a beautiful platter of quarterbacks that are available right now, veteran quarterbacks.
It's a terrible platter. It's a terrible platter.
What do you mean it's a terrible platter? All right, then I'm going to start with Miles. I'm going to start with Miles because this is actually a challenge that I wanted to do. Okay.
Is that Flacco?
Yeah, I have a challenge here. And, hold on.
I can't say I know all of these cats.
Yeah, Miles, I want you to name every single one of these cats here. So I think this 11 quarterbacks. It's 11 quarterbacks. I want to see if you can name all of these guys. Let's see if you can do it.
I definitely can't.
No, y'all better not be looking nobody up because y'all next too. Like I need to see your hands. Guys. I need to see your hands. Hey, Jacob.
I'm trying to see who that dude is. I don't know.
All right. So yeah. All right. So we got the list up. Y'all know I don't know. I had to write this down.
We see Wentz, Matt Ryan. Yeah. I want to say is that Case Keenum?
No, sir.
That's
Joe Flacco.
That's wrong.
It's McCoy, right?
I gotta move on. Shut up, Ian. Be quiet. Ian, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean Flacco. Oh. I don't know who that is in the Colts jersey, nor the Bengals jersey.
The Rams backup. I forget his name.
And then am I looking at Jacoby Brissett?
No,
you're not.
No,
you're definitely not. I want to hear from Julian next. Left or right? Go ahead.
Julian knows ball, so
is that Wentz, Matt Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Is that a Redskins jersey or a Commanders jersey?
I'm not knowing, to be honest with you, because it's pretty generic.
No, that's probably
like
not
a practice jersey.
Because Wentz is in one. That's not Colt McCoy.
I think it is.
It's Colt McCoy.
It is.
Okay.
That's Colt McCoy.
Flacco, Foles.
Oh, Nick Foles. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's Foles.
You haven't seen that Nick Foles?
What the heck?
That's the GOAT.
Yeah, you should have known that.
The Bengals, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who's in the Bengals jersey.
Is that Jeff Driscoll?
This is not. Does anybody know?
No.
Wait. Let me think.
This Bengals guy?
It's Trevor Siemian.
He said it's Trevor Siemian.
Oh,
it's Trevor Siemian.
Okay.
And I'll give it to y'all because the haircut, he's had some different looks. That's the one I chose. But yeah, it's Trevor Siemian. Who's next?
The only backup black quarterbacks that I know are
don't know y'all.
PJ.
Brothers.
It's PJ from Carolina, but that's not him. I think he's more light skinned. So I don't know that.
Don't know y'all brothers.
Who is that?
So that's gonna be Bryce Perkins.
Who is that?
What?
It's gonna be Bryce Perkins. All right.
Y'all
say y'all know ball. It's ready to play.
He's never played.
Some random dude.
What are we talking about? Do we know who's next? Who's next?
That's Blake Bortles.
That's EJ Perry. All right, that's EJ Perry right there. Y'all don't know that, man. Y'all gotta be knowing. All right, y'all know. Y'all know Tom.
Why this is the list.
Yeah, y'all know Tom.
Dude, there's so many. I feel like there's other backups that.
Is that Chase Daniel?
That's Chase Daniel.
Okay.
That's Chase Daniel. Last one.
Is that Wirfs?
No,
nah, that's the guy who played for the Rams last year in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Peterman.
Is it John something?
Yeah, it's Wofford. Yep, John Wofford.
John Wofford.
He's tough.
John Wofford.
I was close.
Be known.
But you got a lot, but the point of this is you got a lot of options. A lot of veteran options.
These aren't I don't know.
These aren't real people.
What does that even mean?
These are simulations, NPCs.
Even Carson Wentz.
Yes, even Carson Wentz, especially Carson Wentz.
Jeez. I think there's a backup quarterback here in Atlanta that could probably go to the Jets and be better than Zach Wilson.
That's the point of this, though. If you could bring a veteran quarterback in that's better than Zach Wilson, why wouldn't you?
Honestly, I hope they try to trade for what's his name, Ritter.
Obviously, I don't think
anyone aren't doing that.
Well, yeah, they're not.
And the Jets wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, what?
Like,
He's just trying to.
What do you think, Ritter?
Yeah, that's actually a try to Zach Wilson. I'm not gonna lie, that's a try to Zach Wilson. Whoa.
Chill, Jill. Hey, man. All right, but there's another wrinkle in this discussion I definitely want to get into. So Julian, you're the only person here that knows football. So can you please tell us what the difference is between turf and grass? Like what's the difference between running on turf and grass? And does it make a difference with these professional NFL players? Like, what's up with that?
I mean, I would say they definitely can speak to it way better than me because they're actually playing on it.
Oh, but, for real?
In my experience playing on turf versus the grass, like the turf is a little bit more slick, and they say that makes the game go faster. So I don't know, I don't know exactly what the biomechanics are going into a lot of soft tissue injuries coming up on turf. Like I don't know what they're really talking about from that standpoint. You should ask PT Miles about that. But yeah, if they want to play on grass, I feel like they should let them play on grass. Like I don't feel like I don't understand why it's much of a discussion.
I mean,
it's definitely it's not that simple to just switch everything to grass, of course.
I mean, I guess,
and it might not be that viable either, because it's like even if you take the turf off, you still just have a slab of concrete under that, and to try and put. I mean, obviously, I guess you'd have to dig up more to put grass, but I don't think that would help in certain stadiums. And I think the Rams, either the Rams or the Raiders, one is built technically below sea level or whatnot, and so you can't really
do it.
Dig into the ground to get grass. So
they should at least put whatever they're doing for FIFA, they should at least do that.
Well,
I know they're not doing completely grass fields for the FIFA World Cup, but they're doing a combination, a mixture. I think they should do that.
Something like that.
Combination.
There's I guess they have the international break as well, but I know Messi, he isn't playing tonight here in Atlanta.
Yeah, he refuses to play on turf.
And I don't know if it's 100% the turf thing or not, but obviously they want to take as much precautionary stuff as possible. But
that's why
he did say he refuses to play on turf, though.
In part of it, it's part of the reason.
So you're telling me the GOAT refuses to play on American?
No. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just he needs rest in general, and they don't want him to come back to a turf field. Even though I'm pretty sure the Atlanta Stadium has what they consider the best turf, and
it's good because that's what I know. When we got our new stadium in high school, it was the same. Yeah. It was the same grass or the same turf as was in the Mercedes-Benz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was hot as hell.
It was really good turf though. I'm not gonna lie. It felt similar to grass. It was slippery at first though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it was super
slippery. You remember that, Ian? When we first switched over to it, I was following every game. I felt every game at least 5 to maybe 10 times. It was crazy.
I don't know, but freakish injuries, not freakish, but just strange injuries, I'd say, because I don't know about y'all, but when he went down, we were like, oh, he probably just turned the ankle, or something like that. I wouldn't really, because he went down soft, it wasn't a hard hit or anything like that. I didn't think anything was wrong with him in real time.
He had a 250-pound man on top of him. That was a major proof of why he got twisted.
Yeah, but he takes that hit normally. I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all these factors. That's why I don't think it was just the turf versus grass discussion. He had had a calf injury going into the game. So who was the last person we saw that had a calf injury going into a game was Kevin Durant, and we saw what happened.
Yeah,
slick, very slick.
You could argue that one was more freak than what this one is, just because you have so much eccentric load on you with the Aaron Rodgers situation that
definitely KD
into the Achilles and into the leg. So
definitely KD was more whoa, what just happened?
That one was a bit random. It felt like
he planted, and then that was it. But Y'all failed the challenge, so I'm gonna pick what topic we going to next. So we just gonna go through our slides.
Bogus ass challenge.
Hey man, like y'all gotta know ball. Like it's a thing. Y'all just gotta know ball. At Take 5. Okay, so we got two performances here that we got to speak on. So 2 quarterbacks that are in y'all's top 5, right? So we got Joe Burrow, 83 yards in a loss. Right. Then we got Josh Allen, 3 turnovers in a loss to Zach Wilson.
4 turnovers, maybe.
Was it?
Or did he? Or was he not the one that had the fumble? Or
He did.
He did have the fumble. I thought it was 2 picks and a fumble. And then he threw 3.
Oh, okay.
He took 3 picks, I think.
Yeah, I want to say it was the
3.
I don't know because I remember seeing 3 turnovers,
It was-
but I thought it was 3 picks and a fumble. But
Oh, it was 3. Nah, he had the same guy had 3 picks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy. He still had 10 fantasy points, which is insane.
Yeah. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. And who is worse? Like
Oh my
Definitely.
You said who was worse that Sunday or that day?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
definitely Joe. I mean,
the
you can't
Bengals had
going out.
no motion going.
Yeah, going out and throwing for 80 yards in an NFL game, like that's ridiculous.
No, the
Like,
weather was
that's-
bad. I think it
I
was
don't
like raining.
care.
No,
I don't care.
but he at least he had an excuse. Like this dude Josh Allen was just throwing willy nilly. Like he
understand
leads the
that,
league in
but-
interceptions since like 2018.
Since
Like,
he's
whoa.
come into the league.
Yeah.
Ian was
that's
just
crazy.
raving about the Jets defense, their Hall of Fame defense. So it's
They're
like
tough.
what?
Yeah,
But
at least
very
when
tough.
Joe Burrow, like
So,
at least
you
when
know.
he gets locked up, he doesn't just like turn it over randomly.
Yeah, turning over loses you the game. Like you can still win games by not playing well, but like if you turn the ball over,
You can't win games by throwing
4
for 80
times.
yards.
Yeah,
You're not going to win a game throwing for
can,
80
though.
yards.
you can.
Can you?
If you have a good running game,
course you can.
like there's always a chance
Yeah.
to win.
What do you mean now?
Like modern day NFL, like you can win a game.
That's
throwing
how
for
the
82
Falcons
yards.
win games.
Dude, Josh Allen didn't have that many yards.
The
bro. He had,
Falcons
like,
I guess,
not-
but
180.
it's way different. Like it's way
It's way different. It's the same thing.
the way that we play and the way that they play is way different. Like Desmond Ridder is basically game managing. Joe Burrow wasn't game managing and throwing for 82 yards. Like
I know, but I'm
that
just
wasn't
saying,
his
like
role.
you can throw for 82 yards and still win a game.
I get
You
like,
don't
in a
want to.
very
You don't
in a
want-
very
yeah, you don't
ideal
like,
yeah.
whoa,
And
like-
that would have to be a very very ideal situation for you to win a game throwing for 82 yards. Like the Falcons, like yeah, we can because we can rush for like 40 minutes of possession. Like we take the whole game away on the ground. Like I don't think that the Bengals are capable of that. And their offense was terrible. Like I don't know if y'all actually like tuned into that game. It was horrible. Like
It was bad.
Joe Burrow didn't even look like he was like alive. Like
But I mean, he
Like,
had no
would-
line though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
he
Like,
didn't, but like
He
it was
never
like
does anyway.
in a
No.
usual game, like it didn't even seem like he was trying. Like in a usual game, there was plays where he would run. Like this game, he would get to the line of scrimmage and he would just throw the ball into the ground. Like he probably
Somebody
threw
got
the
to
ball.
pull. Somebody got to pull up the stat for me though, because like they came up with a status like Joe Burrow's been hit more than or been sacked more than
Yeah,
anybody.
His
And,
line has been pretty
Yes.
bad
His
his
line's been bad.
entire career so far, but
Like I'd be blown too. Like,
like, he did a lot of damage last year, and they were still
They-
extremely good.
Yeah, I mean they invested in the line though, so I don't know like what's going on. Like,
I
they
mean,
got Orlando. You can't
Nah,
say,
it
like,
would be
he's, like,
perfectly
solid.
jitters.
At that
yeah.
point, it's probably
You
the
don't wanna
coach.
overreact too.
Maybe it might be it. Or
That's
I don't
true.
know. I don't know.
definitely can't overreact too quickly. But
Yeah, like
I need to reel y'all back in. Like I feel like I have to do this every week, you know, with Josh Allen. Like, yes, it was a blow. Yes, he had some very horrible mistakes from the quarterback position, some very bad reads, some very bad plays that cost him that game. I'm not saying he didn't cost him that game. I want to make that very, very clear. But all right, he's not a female dog, though. Is what you have to understand. He's going to make that play. He's going to make the play. He's going to give his receiver a chance to make a play as well.
I mean, like
you know what I'm
just
saying?
eventually.
It's not about he's not gonna shy away from the moment. He's not gonna run away from getting contact, getting hit, whatever. He is going to play his game. That's how
That's
he
the
is. You can love it or
problem,
hate it. Huh?
That's the problem, though.
It's not you can love it or hate it.
No,
You can.
I would say the only time that it was like the first interception wasn't that bad to me because that was just
Just a
like it was a
situation.
punt. Yeah,
It was
that
a punt.
The last one though, that lost in the game.
Terrible.
Like
Oh
if he didn't turn the ball over there, like I think they would have won that game.
Dude,
Like,
and even him like running and like diving for first downs, like he shouldn't be doing that
He shouldn't be
mid-game.
doing that.
Like
Dude,
if he does that for 16,
Especially
17
week
games,
one, regular season, like
he
yeah,
doesn't
like,
really get
whoa.
hurt. He doesn't get hurt that much. Like
Ian,
he's
your
going
quarterback
to
does that. Literally.
Oh yeah, Jalen does. He does do that, but he doesn't do that often. Usually Jalen slides, or he.
I mean, I guess
himself.
Josh Allen should slide a lot more, I would say, but there's also a lot of situations in which he can't slide. Like he's going to compete, which is fine.
no, but a lot of times it's him like he has the first down and then he's just lowering his shoulder.
Like
Yeah, he be like a running back. Like it's crazy.
Y'all
You can't do that at quarterback.
But y'all have to stop this, please. Please stop with this weak nonsense that y'all are spewing right now. This is a 6'5". This is a 6'5", 2, whatever.
Dude, it doesn't matter how big you are. It's a quarterback.
What?
It doesn't matter how big you are. It's a quarterback. And from a value perspective, if you are the owner of a team, you don't want to see your $500 million or whatever dollar player going and lowering his shoulder for no reason.
Dude, it's not. If you talk about value, I value winning games. I value getting yards. You know what I'm saying? If he could get the extra yards,
He
can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a smart enough player to where he knows that, he's not gonna just, everything he does is controlled, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? All these hits, all of this contact that he gets, he knows exactly where it's coming from, what he's doing. Like I don't see all of this nonsense that y'all are seeing. That's just
He's wild.
I feel like he needs to find like a bit more of a happy medium. Like like Lamar, like when he runs, like even when he gets tackled, like he like knows how to take he knows how to take the hit. It's a little different, you know what I'm saying? Like Josh Allen sometimes puts himself into, I would say, reckless situations. Like if you're on the sideline, you probably should just step out of bounds instead of cutting back in, like and lowering your shoulder for the 3 extra yards. Like he can step out of bounds, like they can get it back the next play, you know.
Like even Cam Newton was taking too much contact on us. Like it was fun to watch.
He
like it was bad.
Yeah, he was.
I missed a little video. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna just go back to it really quick. We back on Aaron Rodgers just a little bit, but I'm gonna go back to this because there's another quarterback that I failed to mention that's ready to go. Any guesses that we haven't mentioned? Nobody's mentioned it.
Kaepernick.
No,
shut up.
That's who the Jets need to go get.
No. But anyway,
talk about free agent quarterbacks.
Yeah.
There's a reason that certain guys aren't in the league. It's because they're uninspired. But Foxy knows this. Some of these guys like Carson Wentz, Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, myself, it's not that we can't play the game anymore. It's that we're a big distraction if you bring us in. I had a GM tell me this offseason, hey, man, I know you can still play. You look like you can still play. But if we bring you in, it's going to be a distraction for our starting quarterback. So now that your starter and Aaron Rodgers is out, you can potentially go and grab some of those guys.
I didn't think he would put himself in the ringer. But
Dude, that was some chatter.
They were blown. They all wanted to laugh so hard.
I can kind of see what he's saying. We're like, it just because these have been big name stars previously. We're like, it's all I mean, if you bring him in with a certified starter, like I can get where it's just extra media articles that like don't need to be in the locker room really, like, but I don't think RG3 is coming back.
Yeah, like come on.
He's not coming back, but like he shouldn't come back to be a starting quarterback. But I think his point was more about like just being a quarterback on a roster. Like he's saying those guys are good enough to make rosters, which is true. Like those guys all can be not Kaepernick. Like Kaepernick, I don't know. He hasn't played in so long.
Cam Newton, yes. RG3, no.
Not
Dude, RG3 can probably be a backup quarterback. Like there's a lot of terrible backup quarterbacks.
He's too old.
He's not that old. What are you talking about?
He's not that old.
How old is he?
Probably
like low 30s,
33, something like that.
Yeah, like low 30s, maybe. Like,
and half the way he played was based off his speed. So
he still was an NFL starter after he tore his leg.
I mean, I know, but that was many years ago.
I'm just saying he can be not really though. Like he started a game 2 years ago for the Ravens.
Yeah,
or last year.
That couldn't have been
That was 2
years.
That was
2 years ago, I think.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, he started the game for the Ravens and they won.
It
Like he
don't
can
be
definitely
feeling
be on the
like it.
roster, but I wouldn't bring him in. Yeah, because it's not good for your locker room.
It definitely is a distraction, but I mean, come on, guys. Like, let's not act like the Aaron Rodgers situation. That was a distraction as well. Like, the way that the stadium, everybody, the entire football world was deflated after he went down like that. It was all too much. It was too much hype. It was too much build up, and now we just got to deal with the aftermath of that. But I'd say 5. I'm gonna keep moving a little bit since we getting into the show a little bit. Almost halfway there. Decided to mix it up a bit. We'll come back to football a little bit later, but we got some basketball to talk about here. This list is a little bit small, so I'll read this out. But CBS Sports came out with the top players in the NBA list, and LeBron James. Some call him the GOAT, some call him the king. Was left off of this top 10 list. Y'all can see that he's actually number 12. So the list goes Jokic, Giannis, Curry, Luka, KD, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and then LeBron James. Okay. I'm going to ask y'all.
Believe they put Jimmy in the top 20?
No, I can't. We'll definitely get into that. Don't worry. We'll get into that.
I'm surprised they put him in the top 10 for sure, but top
Yeah,
20 would probably be fair.
that's egregious. But so LeBron's not a top 10 player. Is that what we're saying now? Has the
He
time
is,
come?
obviously.
I mean,
He's probably top 10.
He is.
yeah, it's hard to judge, but like
He's better than Damian Lillard.
If they're basing it on like, what are they basing that off?
I assume last
projection.
year. I
Stats.
don't know.
That's last
Probably.
year. I was
It can't
thinking
be
they were
all
projecting
stats.
for this year.
Oh, maybe.
If they're projecting for this year, like I would get a little more because, like, I guess you're expecting him to.
He's 1 year older, blah blah blah. Yeah.
But like, I still don't understand it. Like, I would never put like Shai over him or Damian Lillard. Like, that's a little weird.
Can we talk about this Shai thing
I mean,
just
he
for a
averaged
second?
30. Like it's a
Just
big
for a
deal.
second. Like Shai, Shai is extremely tough. He has every skill drill in the book. He's an elite scorer. He can handle the ball, mid-range, pull up. He led Canada. He's a very, very good player. I need to see him do it again before we start putting him above, like, you know what I'm saying, above LeBron's and like these other play. Like, I need to see him do it again. This is his first season where he averaged 30 points. Very good scoring year. Thunder were not in the playoffs or play-in. You know what I mean? Can we reel the Shai back in just a little bit until he shows us a little bit more? Like, can we do that?
I
I
agree.
mean, you can't reel it in. Like, you got to give him his props for 30, but like, before you start saying he's better than LeBron and stuff, yeah, I agree with that. But you have to give him his props for averaging 30 a game.
Yeah,
You get your props,
absolutely.
but he's not better than a lot of those guys who are under him.
He's better than
Yeah.
Anthony Davis?
No,
Yeah, no.
Really? Like,
It's
that's
he's
what
not,
we're
better
saying?
than, he's not better than AD.
He's better than Kawhi,
He may be
Julian.
better than Ja.
He's better than
definitely
Ja.
not better than Kawhi.
He's not better than De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's more.
Kawhi shouldn't even be on this list.
Maybe
Fox,
he's better than Fox. He's close to
baby.
Fox.
Yeah. Jamal Murray.
Bam, he's better.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
what?
that's
Jamal
where it gets
Murray?
weird.
He's
Like,
not better than Jamal Murray.
Yes, he is. Come on.
dude, that's weird. Like,
He
I don't
definitely
know.
is.
Jamal Murray's a champion and it was the second best player on that team.
I don't know about that.
What does that mean?
What?
You think Shai wouldn't have won a championship on that team?
But he didn't. And he wasn't even in the playoffs. He didn't even have a chance
I know he didn't have a chance
because he didn't get there.
because how would he? He doesn't have Nikola Jokic on his team.
Okay, that's not the point, dude. The point is he went off when it mattered, and he did like he's been doing this for a minute.
This is
Okay.
true. But we got to talk Jimmy Butler though, because he's also a
Can we just not?
a dark horse, if you will, an outlier, one might say. You know what I'm saying? Like, outline.
Jimmy Butler should be on the list. Like, I don't understand.
He should definitely be on the list.
I just don't get it though. Like,
Jimmy Butler's top 20. Like,
who are you gonna take? Who are you gonna? Okay, AD is probably. AD is a more talented player than Jimmy. Like, AD is better than Jimmy.
Oh God, he's better than Jimmy Butler.
He's better. Nah, yeah.
I don't know.
On everything, he's better and greater than Jimmy Butler.
He
I
might
don't
not
think
be.
he is.
What are we doing?
But it's just something about Jimmy in the playoffs. Like, it's tough for me to say that like Damian Lillard. Like, it's tough to say Damian Lillard should be over him or Shea, or I mean LeBron.
Why is Jason Tatum over him?
See, you see what we do?
Huh?
Like, you see what we do, man? What are you talking about?
Jason Tatum.
And I need to understand something. Like, I get the injuries with Kawhi, but like, so Kawhi is number 15 in the league right now.
No.
What are you saying about that? Are you saying
I think he should be higher, Julian?
Yeah, he should.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
but like,
if you're
is this list taking availability into account? Like, that's what I'm so confused.
Kawhi is damn near like shit. Kawhi should be top 2. Like, top 3, top 2. Like, we're talking about when he's healthy because he be killing. Like, he's killing all of them in the playoffs. Like, we already know that.
Dude, he shouldn't even be on this top 30 list if they're taking account. Availability.
So if you're talking about availability, then no. But like, if we're not factoring that in, then this list is terrible. So I feel like it has to be factoring in like projection.
Yeah, I think so.
That would be the only explanation for this list because they're elevating the young guys like Devin Booker, even and like Shea.
But you do have to play a certain amount of games, I think.
Jamal Murray, like
get,
those guys are a little bit higher than I would expect them to be. So I think
this is interesting.
Projection. But I don't get if you're gonna knock LeBron, like why do they not knock like Kevin Durant?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't understand that. But
strange. I don't know. Very strange. We're gonna stay in the NBA because we did have some breaking news over this past week. You know, we got this buffoon here and in cuffs. These young men, and I don't know, like what, I don't know what it is, man. But Kevin Porter Jr. under arrest, for putting hands on his girlfriend. It's no room for that anywhere in the NBA. The Rockets, they're now trying to trade him. What was y'all's general reactions to this? And yeah,
is this what cops in America look like now?
I hate to say I was thinking the same thing, but we'll move on from that one.
But,
no cap. How did they arrest him? Like
he went quietly, like anybody else would, man. Like
they're not facing him down.
Thought he was about to go Hulk or something. Like
he could have slid and would have been fine.
I mean, they were in the police department. Like, whoa, that was not his best.
That's the department. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Multi-million-dollar international athlete.
On the run.
Could have just slid.
But nah, he should definitely be in jail for a long time because he apparently she was sleeping and he broke her vertebrae. Like, yeah, he should go to jail.
And she's a athlete.
Yeah, like
he's definitely about to. He's about to pay her a bag. Like,
yeah, a lot of money.
But they came out and said the vertebrae was capped, I think. So I don't think he broke her neck, but
that's good.
Still,
I heard she was bleeding.
There's a lot. Yeah, so just a lot.
Big gaping gash on her forehead still there. Like I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Like these are just wild accusations to like. Not believe, like, because I mean the proof would be in the pudding. Like I'm pretty sure the New York DA or whatever had like pretty much confirmed like she definitely was bleeding a lot. So
yeah,
like, this happened for sure.
Oh no, for sure. It definitely happened. Like but yeah, so I don't have his history up, but Kevin Porter Jr., he's a well-known quote unquote troublemaker, if you will. Definitely has had some locker room issues with the Rockets already. And so it's really no surprise that they're looking to trade him after this situation.
I think did they waive him? I think they just waived him. I don't know how that all works though, because if
there's no way they think they can trade him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just what I read. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
What's
I don't know
happening
how it all
as
works
of today. But if you're another team in the NBA, like, are you looking at this young, player? We know he has talent. Like, are you putting him on your roster after this?
Maybe after his sentence, like, maybe after he comes out of the prison league, like maybe you can like take a look at him, but not now.
Yeah, maybe he can make a Mike Vick comeback later down the line.
Miles Bridges about to hoop this year. Y'all, y'all are understanding though.
As unfortunate as it sounds, like I think because his girl, I can't remember who Miles Bridges, like, was it his girl? Yeah, like, so
yeah.
But since Kevin Porter's girl is a little bit more high profile, as bad as that sounds, like, I feel like he probably won't get the same treatment of being able to return after this one. So.
And I don't think Miles Bridges had as many strikes as Kevin Porter Jr. Like, I feel like
even in his history, right?
Yeah, he has history, and I don't know. I mean, after a while, like, it's just
gun stuff, I guess, but
right. But
that's normal these days.
It's these young guys, man. I don't know. But I'm not putting him on my team for that reason. Like, and maybe he'll be overseas. I don't know. Like, I didn't know I had all this NBA back to back. But so I'm gonna just read this little thing. So NBA Board of Governors has approved a new policy that a team is unable to rest 2-star players in the same game moving forward. All right. So let's back it back up just a little bit here because I want to have a little one-on-one discussion with Julian Chapman. Okay. I want to have a little one-on-one discussion with Julian Chapman at Take 5 Pod. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere.
It's like getting called on in class.
This morning, I listened to Adam Silver speak. Very educated man he is. Now, the National Basketball Association is the best league in the world, and let me explain to you all why. It listens to any and all criticism, regardless if it's about the rules, about social issues, social justice, about racism. You know what I mean? And we hear all issues. You know what I'm saying? We respond every single time. So what did Adam Silver and the NBA say? They said, look, all right, if you have been an all-star, all-NBA in the past 3 seasons, past 3 years, one of y'all has to be on the floor. You know what I'm saying? One of y'all has to be on the floor at all times. So that eliminates all of this, load management, and eliminates all the BS that players like, Kawhi and Paul George do, right? And now the fans, like Julian, can be happy every single night that there's an NBA game. Julian, what would you like about this rule?
I mean, it's not a bad rule. Like, I don't hate the rule. I do agree players should be playing most of the time. They're like Miles. I saw Miles say something about it. There are some exemptions. Like, I think LeBron meets like the qualification. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't apply to him, right?
Like, if you're older than 35 or older, play 34,000 career minutes, and I think there's like a game number as well or something like that.
Right. Yeah, so I agree with that. Like, I do think there are some exceptions to the rule. Like LeBron, like if he wants to sit out, like he should be able to like do what's in his 20th year. Like he can relax, But 21st, yeah. For people like Kawhi though, like I mean, I think he should also be able like included in that. Like, yeah, like he has rested a lot of games, but like he does have a terrible injury history. You know what I'm saying? Like he has chronic injuries. Like he has a chronic injury. So I don't get why he shouldn't be allowed to rest. Like,
my opinion is that like I don't know how like the NBA is gonna actually enforce this, because unless like you can't on the injury report say like someone's resting because like something's sore, like you actually, I guess, have to carry a better designation than that. I don't know.
I just have funny. I don't get why that's funny, because like that's true. Like a player with so much wear and tear on their body, like Kawhi, like he's had many surgeries. I don't understand. Like this is like
There's so many excuses for this man, bro. Like
that's not an excuse. Like that's real. That's real.
Right, all
that
serious.
dude had, like,
Nah, Julian,
had-
for real though. Like
he's
Julian
had
for
like
real, so.
4 surgeries.
No,
Like,
no,
he's
but
had,
Julian.
like 4 or 5 surgeries.
Julian.
I don't get what y'all talking about.
Adam Silver and I hear you. We hear you, and it's okay. All right. If Kawhi can't go, he can't go. He can't go. That's it. But if he's healthy and he tries to dip out on his team, you know what I'm saying? He can't do that anymore. That's all we're saying.
I don't know if we would consider it dipping out of your team rather than just resting. Like there's players who need rest. It's a long season. Like people need rest. And someone like him, yes,
Adam Silver and I hear you. We hear you. So if you cannot go, that is okay. But if you are healthy, Julian, you know what I'm saying? If you're healthy, then you need to play. Isn't that what you want?
Yeah, most of the time. I'll say in most situations, yes, I agree.
Okay. All right.
Most is not what you want, what you're asking me about though. Kawhi he's not most. He's one of the top players in the NBA who also happens to have a chronic injury. So no, I don't care about him playing on a Thursday night versus the Washington Wizards. I don't want to see that because number one, he's not going to try even if he suits up.
Yeah, well, I'll see Paul George then. If he doesn't suit up, I'll see Paul George.
Okay, that's cute. What? You can see Paul George. And the little boys in Washington, D.C. will probably be happy that they got to see Paul George.
Absolutely.
But, like, I don't really care what they feel. I also don't care about what the little 8-year-olds in Washington, D.C. feel. Like, I really don't. I want to see Kawhi hoop in the playoffs. I don't care about the little Jimmy in like who's going to the game. Like, I really don't, bro. Like, they can go cry about Kawhi not playing, but like, I don't care. I really don't. I want to see Kawhi hoop in the summer.
That's not very nice, Julian.
In the playoffs. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Like, I don't care about those kids. Like, come on, man.
Actually,
it's easy.
I'm like kind of just reading back. Like it does say that like it prohibits teams from resting multiple standouts.
Yeah, both
so,
players.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if so. Maybe you can still probably get away with it. Like if you,
they probably will be able to. But like
as long as Paul George is out there.
Right.
Yeah, well, even then though, but I feel like that also just raises some issues. Like that may raise issues in the team because like maybe Paul George wants a night off, you know what I'm saying? And then Kawhi's going to get pissed. Like, you know, like, it's just like
that could be interesting. Yeah.
That's definitely not our problem nor concern. You know what I'm saying? Like again,
that's fine.
We just want to see our stars play because you know it's a long 82 game season. Sometimes viewers get bored, Julian. But if we have stars out there, you know, we can still have fans.
Still boring. It's still boring.
To you, perhaps. But I still get to see smooth Paul George, you know, cook up whoever's on the Wizards this year. So, hey.
In the regular season,
I'm happy.
It's not exciting. I want to see the best players play in the playoffs. Paul George. So if we think that them resting is going to give them the best chance to play in the playoffs, I feel like that's fine.
Yeah. One of them can rest, but the others got to play. Let's get into it though. So we got some college football. Just a couple of games I picked out. Of course, we got the Colorado State that we're all probably gonna tune into or at least try to. A lot of hype surrounding that game. So let's get into some of that hype.
I'm minding my own business, watching some film, trying to get ready. Trying to get out here and be the best coach I could be. And I look up and I read some bull junk that Dan said about us.
Talk to us.
Once again.
Talk to us.
Why would you want to talk about us when we don't talk about nobody? All we do is go out here, work our butts off, and do our job on Saturday. But when they give us ammunition, they done messed around and made it what? It was just going to be a good game.
And made this shit personal.
They done messed around and made it personal. It was going to be a great test, a battle of Colorado, but they done messed around and made it personal.
It's personal.
Julian,
I get so mad about Auburn not getting this, man. It just makes me sick to my stomach.
Auburn.
Yeah, he would. They gave him an interview.
Sweepstakes.
It gets personal. It definitely gets personal. So, as far as I'm aware, Colorado State, they've been chatting a little bit. Their coaches, etc. Said some things about how Coach Prime has conducted himself, what have you. And now there's a little bit of additional hype surrounding that game there. But what are y'all looking forward to for this college Saturday?
I mean, like, just shutting him up. Like, he's the one acting like a child. He's like saying all this for no reason. He's not acting like a good leader or a good coach. And his team also has no chance of beating Colorado, so I don't really get any of it.
It's a trap game.
I think they'll score I do think they'll put up a lot of points, or they'll put up a good amount of points on them.
I don't think so.
They have some good players on offense. Colorado State, they do.
Colorado has some good players on defense, a couple.
Nah, their defense is. I expect them to score. I do.
They should be high scoring. Like, I
don't think it'll be that close. I don't see that, but
the spread is 23.5.
Yeah, I do think they'll score though.
Do y'all think they'll cover?
Yes.
I mean, maybe.
I guess
they will cover.
It's a big gap, of course.
I might take that right now.
But
it might be funny, honestly. That definitely might be funny.
As for the other college games, though, like, I don't know. Like, I don't think any of these are that exciting this week. Like, Tennessee and Florida, I guess, like, I'm kind of like Florida sucks a lot. But I'm excited to see what Joe Milton looks like in a road environment. Like, he has to go to the swamp, which is not going to be sweet, even though the team sucks. But I think Georgia's at home today, so they're finally playing a real team, like with some actual players on it.
Not really, though.
But South Carolina sucks too, though, from what we've seen. So I don't know yet. It might get ugly. I would like if their line can hold up against Georgia, which is probably not going to happen because they have like the worst line in America. I do think Spencer Rattler will turn up, but I think their line is just too garbage. So blowout.
What about that Alabama? Like, rumor has it, starting quarterback, and Milroe is sitting this game. I don't know, or might sit this game. I don't know. Me personally,
like, he didn't play well versus Texas, but like, I don't think it was really like, I don't get what they expected. Like, you saw him play all summer, and the guy's like, it's his first season being the real guy on the team. Like, he started a few games last year when Bryce went down. But I feel like you kind of have to expect a young quarterback to struggle, especially versus a top team. Like, they're playing Texas. It's not like they were going out and playing garbage. Like, I don't get why if you bring him in the season as your starting quarterback, why would you bench him after one bad game versus a good team? Like, it's his first game versus a good team, and you benched him. Like, I understand that.
I understand Saban's mindset because he sets these super high standards. Like, he benched starting quarterback in the national championship, and
that's different. That's even different though, because that's inside of a game.
Last point of the
that's inside of a game. The season's over if you lose that game. But like, if you're gonna go into this season with this quarterback who hasn't played any football really, like with no real experience, he's playing a top 10 team in the country. Like, you expect him to be flawless in that game? Like,
yeah, really? I agree with you.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last week for non-conference play. It seems like so. I would give him at least this week to.
I would give him the reps. Yeah,
get a little bit more comfortable.
If he plays better,
it's USF we're talking about. Like, I don't know if they're fine, but
they're not.
They're not fine.
Yeah.
I'm not knowing, man. I'm gonna keep it moving. At Take 5 Pod. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere, man. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, whole bit, daily content. So Thursday night football game. Okay, so we got to talk about Ian's Philadelphia Eagles beating up on Minnesota Vikings. I was blanking on the name. I was about to say Timberwolves, but Ian, what'd you like out of that game?
No, let Julian go first because he
Not
said he had
much.
a take on the Eagles.
No, it was about the Eagles as a whole though, and I already made it last week. So go ahead.
All right. Well, I thought we started the game up pretty well on defense. We got kind of lucky, but I thought we did a pretty good job on defense with the injuries that we had out. I thought we got some good pressure on the quarterback. We were just a little shaky in the secondary, but on the offensive side, I think we did look pretty good running the ball. Definitely a little shaky in the beginning with the OC calling plays. But that's gonna happen obviously with a new OC, new person.
Y'all play calling this week. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, y'all play calling, man. Like, I don't know. Y'all got that one play though. Y'all got that one ground and pound play. With the quarterback. Yeah, that little quarterback sneak y'all do. That little quarterback sneak. Tell me why you couldn't do that quarterback sneak 4 times, like, and just run up the field.
We could if we wanted to, but it's just too much like risk for injury.
Lucky they could get 2. They could get like 2 a pop.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, why not?
We could.
No, you couldn't.
No, but Jalen Hurts, he looked okay. Definitely not his standard, but it was good enough to get us a win. So I was happy with that.
Here you go.
Standard. Not his standard.
I mean, hey, I got Swift though, so I guess that was a bright spot from that night.
Very bright, very, very, very bright spot. I just want Julian to know, like, it's gonna get scary for that backfield. Like, if he continues to get the main carries, like that might be a weekly thing.
It's not true. That's not true.
The last
it's not weekly. It's not weekly for any running back.
3 years. It was like 2
Y'all
years.
literally have 4 capable running backs when healthy.
Yeah, but when's the last time an Eagles running back got 30 carries? Like,
when was the last time the Eagles went into a game with no running backs?
No running back. We had 3 running backs.
I understand that, but they got hurt though. What's his face? Boston Scott got hurt in the first half.
Yeah, but Boston already had 14 carries at that time.
Yeah, because you ran the ball every play. You just ran the ball every play. Like that.
Okay. Why can we do that every game?
Dude,
I don't think that you can do that every game. No, not every team's okay.
Yeah, not
you
every
go to Dallas. You go to Jerry's World. Okay. I would like y'all to go to Jerry's World and try to run the ball every play.
Okay, we will. West game had very bad rushing defense last year. I think it was like one of the worst in the league.
Who, Dallas?
Yes.
Okay, check them this year.
We will. We definitely will. And expect Jalen to get back in the groove of things, and he might have 50 rushing yards himself.
I don't dispute that. Jalen's a very good player. All I'm saying is I don't think that the game is going to play out like that game did. Like, not every game's going to play out like the Minnesota game did. Minnesota's a bad.
That's fair.
Julian be sugarcoating stuff nowadays. I don't really know why. Y'all will never have another game like that this season. Y'all will never do that again. Y'all won't. Not on the ground. No, y'all will never do that.
I don't know about that one.
They definitely will not. Not with DeAndre Swift. No, they're not doing that again. You need to be worried about your quarterback wide receiver combination. You need to worry about that combination. I got some beef on that.
I did see AJ Brown was kind of getting loud with Jalen Hurts in the huddle.
That makes sense though, because weren't they up like 14 at the time? In the fourth quarter?
I mean, that was just diva. That was just like wide receiver diva behavior. Like that was weird. That was weird.
It was weird, but they're friends, so like I don't think it was like I don't think it was like he was trying to like say something to him. I think he was like, it's just like something you say to your friend, like, "Hey, bro, like throw me the ball more, like." I'm wide open, which he probably was.
You talked to him?
He definitely was. Like,
I don't think it was. I don't know. I don't think it was a friend thing. Like, he really wanted the ball. Like, he's an NFL player. Like, that boy's coming to him as a man. Like, he really wanted the ball. I think that the media definitely hyped it up a little bit too much. Like he's gonna get the ball this year. So.
I mean, hey, we've never seen it before. The Eagles, offense definitely doesn't have the same luster. Like, you just have to look into these things. Like,
I mean,
B. Like,
that's what I was speaking on last week. Like, when Ian laughed at me when I said like it'll be interesting to see what they look like versus the Patriots in Week 1 because you have 2 new coordinators. Like, the team's not going to look different the team's going to look different with two with two new coordinators, especially new play callers at that. And they definitely have so far. Like, we'll see if they can get back to looking like a great team. Like, you don't look great right now to me. Like, you look good. You don't look great though. I wouldn't pick you to come out of the NFC. Like, I wouldn't say that you're like the best team of the NFC right now, which a lot of people expected you to be. So we'll see.
We definitely will see. Ooh, we'll see. Take 5 Sunday slate. I picked up most of those games, but there's some I did leave out, some that look boring to me. But Ravens Bengals. Okay.
Big game.
Definitely a big game. What do we want to see?
This will shut a lot of people up.
Would you care to elaborate?
No.
I think he's talking about his Bengals lover Joe Burrow coming back, but I don't think he will come back this game. Like, Ravens defense isn't sweet, and like, what's it called? Like, he always starts the year off slow. I don't think he's gonna get his mojo back week 2. Like, it's gonna take a little time for them to get back in the swing of things, especially because he didn't play any preseason.
But he does play well versus the Ravens usually.
Yeah, it's an understatement.
The defense is better though. They got Jadeveon Clowney, Roquan.
But they didn't. But didn't they? Who did they lose in the secondary? Did they lose Humphrey? Is Humphrey out?
No, Marlon.
I'll have to check on it. I'll have to look at it. But somebody got hurt in that secondary. Not like for a long.
Yep, Marlon Humphrey is out.
Yeah, Humphrey's out. So that's major. Like, they don't have any great corners. So it might be a feast. We'll see.
Definitely could be.
I'm bound to go off.
I'm pretty sure though, Lamar typically plays very well versus Joe Burrow. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like, they pretty much win every time. So we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, the Ravens obviously won last week, but I didn't think it was all that impressive against the Texans. It didn't seem like their offense had much firepower. So I mean, these are two teams that are both looking to kind of bounce back off of rough week 1s, especially the Bengals. I'll probably take the Bengals to cover the 3-point spread probably.
Ooh, I like the Ravens here. No, I definitely like the Ravens here. I think that Cincinnati offense definitely has a lot to work out. I don't think, like, if you hear from a Cincinnati fan, they probably tell you that this is just a wrinkle. This is just early season woes, whatever. Like, I don't know. They're gonna play a lot of tough teams this year. I don't know. They're gonna have to figure that thing out before I can say they're gonna beat the Ravens. So I got the Ravens.
I like Ravens. I like the Ravens just because I think their offense will improve. I do think the Bengals will too, but Lamar was the best quarterback last week when not pressured. So if they can get that worked out, I think it'll be a good day.
Talking about in the league?
Yeah, he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't miss any passes. It was like 17 or I don't know, whatever it was. It's something teen for teen. It was perfect.
He missed like 3 passes, I think.
For sure. Let's look at this Chiefs Jaguars game.
That's gonna be a great game. I can't wait for that game.
Who do we have here?
I like the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Chiefs for sure. They're not gonna lose back to back.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go Chiefs. I think their wide receivers in particular will be looking for redemption. So we'll see.
The Chiefs need to win this game, but I think it'll actually be a tough game.
Jill.
It definitely will. It'll be a shootout.
I like the Jaguars.
Jill.
I actually like the Jaguars in this one.
The Chiefs, the Chiefs are getting their guys back on their respective sides of the field. But yeah, I'm taking the Jaguars in this one.
Whoa,
for sure.
Two Jaguars.
So the Chiefs are gonna go 0-2.
I think they'll still have a great season, but they have more injuries beyond Chris Jones and Travis Kelce from what it looked like in the first week. But it was the first
week. Jaguars looked good last week.
And maybe an overreaction. They look good. But they did play the Colts too. And that was a close game. That was a close game.
Close game with the Colts. Yeah, I'm not really impressed by the Jags. Really,
Colts QB. What's his name played?
Do we think the Lions are impressive? Like, I don't know. So
The Chiefs didn't have their best players though. Like and that was really their B
That's
team.
true.
That truly was their B team.
Oh, it was. I just think it'll take a little. I just think Chiefs will end the season better than the Jaguars, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get those guys back into the, into their mode.
Low swing. For sure.
Yeah, I assume
Packers-
Chris Jones, he probably didn't practice either, yeah? So he fully held out. So, yeah, I mean, he might be limited on snaps. I'm sure he's in probably good shape. He's been staying in shape, but we'll see.
Definitely see. Who'd I say? Yeah, I got Chiefs. Packers, Falcons. We already know who we got. You know who we got. Come on now.
Yeah, definitely Falcons.
Packers just have a lot of injuries this week, so I think the Falcons are going to win.
Nope.
Aaron Jones is out and Watson's out, so
Is Watson out for real?
pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, but
He is.
out last week.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I have him on fantasy too. Bills, Raiders.
The Bills.
Bills.
Definitely.
I don't
Bills
wait,
win.
and I also don't think Aaron Jones is a lot to be out. For
Oh, he's
one.
not.
Yeah.
I thought he
Christian Watson's definitely out, but I think
He's
Aaron
questionable.
Jones is questionable.
But
yeah.
he didn't practice this week, did he?
I don't think so,
He's
but
probably not playing. I don't think they'll play him.
We
If
got
he didn't practice yesterday, I doubt it.
fair enough. Guess it's-
Bills, Raiders.
Oh, definitely Bills.
Yeah, Bills by 40.
40.
Yeah.
It is not good.
All right, I'll go Bills. I'll go Bills. What about that Chargers Titans game? That's gonna be another good one.
I got Titans.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Chargers.
Yeah, I got Chargers. No
It's
way.
Got the Chargers.
Sun
Oh.
or rock.
Yeah, I think
The
the Chargers are going to win, but the Titans aren't even that bad. Like, I think they just need to move on from Tannehill. Like,
Yeah.
they just look so.
I
Like,
agree.
gosh, that offense is just, it's just not impressive.
Definitely not it. Definitely not it.
Oh,
40
I forgot D-Hop is out. I got Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have made a difference anyways, but
not that much of a
not
difference.
that
like,
much of a difference. Yeah, that
Like,
yeah.
That moves the needle for me.
oh God. Niners, 49ers, Rams.
49.
I think this
49ers.
than people think.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Closer than the experts predict. Like, this will be a tough game.
Yeah, like
Actually,
they're division rivals.
I thought the Rams have a lot to prove. Like, the Rams have something to prove this year because people have been trying them. They're like,
Cam
Trey
Akers sure does.
Stafford. I mean, yeah, Cam. I mean, they also kind of try Cam. Like, Cam goes against the worst box in the NFL. Like, they don't ever play him on third downs, which I don't understand because he can catch the ball. But I don't know. I would like to see Cam actually out of LA. Like, he might. I don't know. He might benefit from getting shipped to like Baltimore or something. I think he would eat there.
That would be tough. But this ain't fantasy though. This is not fantasy. Jets, Cowboys.
I got
Zach
Jets.
Wilson.
Cowboys by
You got Jets, Ian?
Jets.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jets. Like this is Zach will show y'all something. Zach will show y'all something.
No, he won't.
No.
Yes, he will.
I think
Against the Cowboys
will beat them.
defense, with all of y'all are betting against him. Yeah,
Right.
he'll show y'all something.
Cowboys defense is major.
Cowboys to cover whatever spread they have. It's probably some crazy number.
Yeah, as long as it's under 15, I'm taking it.
8.5. It's 8.5. Well,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking it.
we hear the
That's
doubt.
disrespectful.
That's
We
a
hear the
lot.
doubt.
That's a lot in the NFL. But
You know
that
what I'm
is a
saying?
lot, but well,
They just won by
I just
40.
I don't know if I
That's
trust the
NFL
offense
though,
with
I don't
Zach
think.
Wilson. Like I think the Jets defense will they'll definitely get some stops, but
And create turnovers. That boy Dak, he's gonna
Yeah,
throw
you
it.
know
He's gonna
Dak's
throw
gonna
a
take
pick.
it over.
yeah, Dak probably has an
I
interception.
feel like Dak's so overhated, bro. We got to stop with the Dak.
Overhated. He
He had a
throws
bad year. He had a bad
definitely
year.
is overhated.
He had a bad year last year, but let's not act like Dak is just a an all-time turnover machine and
what-
not
but-
a good player.
no,
Like,
no, no,
he's-
no.
What has he done outside of get them to the playoffs and win 12 games?
What do you mean outside of get them to the playoffs? What else does he have to do?
Mark's
That's
a
just
pretty
he's
good
just a
quarterback.
mid
Playoff
he's just
games?
a mid quarterback. Like
He's not
You
mid. He's
ideally-
pretty
you
good.
ideally
Dax
want
paid
him.
$45 million to be mid.
That's a good quarterback. He's not mid.
He's
Yeah,
top 15.
he's good. He's solid.
That's mid.
How's that mid?
He's at like 14 or 15. That's like middle pack. That's
14?
what the definition
He's
of mid means.
14.
Dude, no.
He's about 12 or 13.
I'll pull up my graphic next week because I don't. That's not.
You had him in like tier 4.
12 is
He was
crazy.
in tier 3, I think. Or no, he wasn't tier 4, but there's not that many people ahead of him. Not 14 people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Tier 4 is crazy, but
a lot of good quarterbacks.
Because tier 1 is just Mahomes. That's why. So it doesn't count. But
You put one.
Hey, Tua versus Belichick.
I had the Patriots.
Wow, I definitely have the Dolphins.
Right. This is the hate that has to stop. The Tua hate has to stop. I'm going
It does.
How is that Tua hate? I just think the Patriots are better than people think. They have a good defense too.
They're solid, but
I just think that I feel like Tua will probably come back down to earth even if they win the game.
Yo, he'll regress back to the mean, folks.
Yeah, because it's getting a little like the people are talking crazy. Like Stephen A said that he's better than Josh Allen this week. I've seen a lot of crazy takes this week, so I don't know.
Yeah,
it was not even in that conversation with like those guys like Lamar and all of those guys. So I don't understand.
He could be though. He could be.
I don't think so. But
whatever. Saints Panthers. Bryce Young.
I don't know.
I like
both looked trash last week.
Yeah.
Saints are gonna blow them out.
I think the Saints will win that game. Monday night, right?
No, Monday is Browns Steelers.
It's 2 games. It's 2 games on Monday.
Oh.
I think that
Is it really?
Saints
Yeah,
and
it is.
Panthers.
It's a
first,
7 and
Browns,
8.
Oh well, then yeah. Again, yeah, we get so impressionable in this game of football that we love so deeply. Bryce Young, this is where the story begins. This is where the story begins for him. Y'all watch something. Yeah, y'all watch it. Y'all just watch and learn, really. Real quick, I want to zoom through this. I got a few more things I want to get into. Giannis said that he refuses to work out, be buddy with these NBA players during the offseason. You know how they do their little runs and kumbaya camps and that sort of thing. Giannis says he can't be phony. He can't do that. Evan Turner, like, nobody try to work out with you anyway because all you do is run and dunk. But, Joe, I want to hear from you actually about this one really quick because you're not a LeBron fan. We got a bunch of other LeBron fans here. All this kumbaya nonsense in the offseason, like, does Giannis have a point in his mentality of like, look, like, I'm trying to kill y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, do that bonding, anything like that.
I would say there's a happy medium. Like, I probably wouldn't go work out with the guy who like just beat me. Like, if you just eliminated me from the playoffs, like, I probably don't want to go have workouts and break bread with you after and like share a bottle of wine like LeBron and Draymond do. Like, that's a little weird. But like, I think that he would benefit from working out with some of like the more skilled players. Like, like Kobe worked out with Kawhi, and like, yeah, like at that point, Kobe was probably like leaving the game and Kawhi was up and coming. But like, I do think you can get better by working with some of the great players. Like LeBron learned from Kobe, and then the younger guys learn from LeBron. Like,
but I mean, and like you said, Kobe was probably in league or just exiting, but at that point, but for Giannis say he's working out with Hakeem, you know what I mean? Like, these are former NBA guys. Like, it's not like
so yeah, that's fine.
Work
that's
out
fine.
with nobody, but
working out against the guys you're competing against, like, or refusing to work out with them, like, I'm fine with that. Like, he doesn't have to work out with those guys. Like, I kind of like it. I kind of like it that he doesn't, because Giannis is one of the only guys in the NBA who actually always kills. Like,
is this true?
Giannis always is coming to kill you, even in his bad games. Like, he's still trying to kill, which I respect. Like, some of these other guys are super soft, and I hate watching that. Like, that's like, God, pissing me off. So I respect Giannis for that.
I agree with every word, and not much to add.
This was a non-story like that. I mean, whatever. And then like Evan Turner, like completely unprovoked. Like that would the hell? Like what the hell?
Evan Turner has underrated takes. Like
I would Giannis want to work
he's
out with
funny.
Evan Turner anyway. Like that would just be like charity work.
Say,
Be real.
definitely say. Evan's funny though. Last thing I want to add in here. So many days back, J.K. Dobbins went down. If y'all have any reactions about that, but our injuries already playing a part, already shaping this NFL season. That's my question.
Football. That's football. Like it always will, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate for JK, of course, and for the Ravens. But it's gonna happen.
His career.
It is one of those things where like it's the running back that got hurt. So as unfortunate as it sounds,
Yeah,
we're talking about this for weeks and weeks. Like it shouldn't actually be that.
I'll save it for Tuesday, with the end. But like I do want to address Ian about the running backs based on what we saw in week 1 and 2.
What do you mean?
No, don't allow.
We'll save it. Save it. Yeah, just save it.
Nah, a lot of positions got hurt.
No, stop.
No, not injury. I'm not even talking about injury. I'm talking production. So, yeah.
Huh?
I'm talking production.
What are you talking about? Production?
It's enough.
Save it.
Yeah, so we not.
Let's just put a lid on it. So that takes 5, man. And make sure y'all follow us everywhere, all social media. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. And yeah, we'll be back next week.
Deuces.